rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up, oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's race day. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. Well, I searched high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to PTM Racing TV, where we're live here today at the night skies and the night lights of Bristol Motor Speedway. It is Bristol Night Race here tonight. We're up out of the metal racing zone as 17 drivers will come to fourth. They take on the tricky half-mile long track. The high banks, high center of gravity of Bristol Motor Speedway is now here on our show. Hi again, everyone. I am Christian the Crusader Shriver, and welcome back to the show as always. As we prepare to go to battle here tonight, let's take a look at our track tech talk. Weather right now looking pretty solid and favorable to the drivers. You can see this track, very oval nature in its shape. It is literally configuration-wise very similar to many tracks you know before and then of the old North Wilkesboro days and all the fast-paced oval days, those short tracks. This is by far one of the toughest to win on, if not maybe the most challenging to survive. As we look at our grading order here tonight, on the pole for the first time this season, Chantel Bottle will be your race leader. Star lineup will be outside of her. Matthew Hofford, the 84. Run number 2, it's going to be Wally Babb in the 99. It is outside the closer, Cindy Taylor, the number 7. Run number 3, it's going to be Dan Miggle in the 31. Rev Zilla, hot on the streaks, hot on the heels, but he's got Corey Reed from the Rock up beside him as well, looking to put on a fight. Run number 4, we're going to see Jeffrey Todd Tufts in the 72, one of the other lone Canadians in our show tonight, and is outside the 87, Kevin Baker. Run number 5 is going to be Nick Kern, the 69 is outside, that's the 48 of Michael Vineyard. Good to see him back out on the track. Run number 6, that's going to be Robert the Rattlesnake Khan in the number 3, if you will, tonight, and is outside the 8 of Keith Checkmate Taylor. Row number 7, it's Chad Lancaster, the 02 is outside, the 22, Brandon Bike. Row number 8, Robert Dudley, the 49 is outside, Dustin Stoneacre, the 66. Your final star sees Christopher Jordan in the 78 Superman machine to start your lineup. Race fans, it's Bristol Night Race. Let's get to it. Emily Megan saying, Bristol time! Robbie Kahn trying to get the crowd in hand, trying to get the Rattlesnake Nation on his side. Great to have you all on board here tonight, presented in part by our good friends over tonight by The Butt Kicker. The Butt Kicker Company is presenting this race in its entirety throughout the show, so be sure to watch out if you need a little kick in the butt and a little action in the grove. I'll tell you one thing, sim racing is nothing without a little movement and little shaking and dicing. The Butt Kicker presents that and then some. The Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. This is your starting lineup here tonight. The driver's getting ready to fire them on off and get this one settled down into the course here. Solid field. Remember, 17 drivers on the track here tonight. One of our solid and profound lineups here that have presented onto the PTM Racing TV circuit. They look to get the starting line in. Green the flag to fly high this next time by Chantel. The throttle pilot will lead off the charge and present the boys and the girls behind her. Out to start the race and start the show up. Onto the green flag we go to the first straightaway. We're green flag racing. And this first part right here is going to be extremely tricky. This is where things are going to get really interesting to see how they'll start, how well they'll handle turn 1 and 2. So far so good. Although City closer, Taylor riding the 7. Oh! Oh, maneuver, 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 maneuver. Oh my goodness, how they maneuver that. They didn't maneuver it enough. Caution, caution, caution. Oh, I thought we got right through that one. Cindy managing to get out of that mess and managing to avoid trouble. Unfortunately, though, that was not the case. Let's take a look at the PTM Instant Replay. We got to take a look at this one. We're going to have a couple deep dive angles on this here. Take a close look. You see the 7 getting extremely loose here. Kind of starts the whole brigade, and then there's a mess up front. Hard to really say what happened exactly there, except for the fact that the clothes are getting really loose off the start here. Take a look on the back end, and okay, right there, the 7 gets into the 27. Seems to be a problem there with Hoffer and Wallybab. Wait a minute, the 99 and Wallybab get into it here. Take a look at this here, see if we can get a good idea what that, well, it's all started off of. Hoffer, you can see him clearing the 7. Everyone was pretty much clearing the 7, but I don't know, race fans. That one's pretty tough call to call from that angle, but I do have a camera there that can fix that up real quick. All right, last time we'll look at this replay here because we got to take a close look at it. Looks like Wally Bab drove it up slightly there on the 84. The 84 kind of getting a little bumped and tagged there, and unfortunately had nowhere to go. That's a tough break there for him. And it appears the race officials are calling for an EOL on that one. He will have to transfer back to the end of the line because of his little because of his little bump off there, unfortunately, to the 84 of Matthew Hoffer. So the field will have to recenter off and restack again as we go back to the caution laps here. We'll have about 30 laps in this caution here. Emily Miglin saying, "Oh snap, first caution," and saying, "Bobby Kahn, man, my in car was wild." I bet that, man. I probably believe it's probably looked a little crazy down there. Wally Bab with damage up on the machine there, and Keycheck Mateer as well, but Michael Vineyard. Seemingly it looks like the Braves' 48 machine looks alright. Good to see him finally back out here. He did tell me earlier today he was suffering through a lot of steering problems and steering troubles on his end. He said he's missed the league and he's missed racing with these guys, and he's glad to finally be back out here. Can certainly believe it is great to see him back out on the show here. As the field gets ready to center back up and put some fight into this host, I want to thank you everyone for tuning on in here tonight. Solid lineup, solid crowd here. Again, big field on hand, ready to watch some short track racing. Bristol Motor Speedway, in my opinion though, probably one of, if not the toughest on circuit to master and fight with time and time again. We've talked about it before, and just the overall struggles and troubles that come with the series and come with these battles and these races that present each other and present themselves in these moments and in these times. So the field going to tighten this one back up here once more. It looks like we're going to a double file restart. Dan Miglin, an old Revzilla, the 31 machine, is going to go up against the 5 of Chantel Bottle right out of the gate. Corey Reed, the old 27 Go Chris machine, looking to put a little GoDaddy under that hood and get some serious run, better than Danica and Patrick ever had in the Cup Series. Oh, was that too far? I'm sorry. That didn't mean to offend anybody, but let's just get back to the action. Have a little fun. Let's get down to it. Off the start through the chicanes, down from the bottom end of the spectrum. The 5 tries to fight off Miglin on the top side. Miglin going to rock the extreme outside line. That's where most drivers tell me earlier. Speed builds up. Speed works their way in. There is one downside to being on the very top side. You've got to be very careful about how you come off those exits. One wrong move and it's going to be an issue for you. The Rattlesnake Rubber Con tonight rocking the man in blacks, number 3. That good wrench service scheme you probably know all too well around here, being put up to the challenge, put on in the fight as a snap-on tools for Mustang number 22. Brandon Pike tries to hold him down. Everybody trying to get a run on the outside. Some going to the bottom, trying to stick it in there between 3 wide, slow between Nick Kerr and Dustin Sonaker. And Jeffrey Todd does. All three drivers manage to come out clean in this one. Nicely done. Oh, but Dustin Sonaker gets a little bit of 69. Can he save it? Oh, how'd he save that one? Oh, not the field behind him, though, didn't. Oh, no. And another caution comes out. Unfortunately, they kind of collided in between there. Troubles to be had and troubles to be given. Let's see what happened here at the PT Mr. Replay. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who got into who or what happened there. I just know we need to take a look at this one from another angle. Here's a 3-wide salute. Sonaker backs off. Kern staying low. Drifts up slightly there. Sonaker and him kind of tag each other. It's kind of a racing incident. All the drivers kind of getting sent forth back into that one. I don't know, race fans. I'd say that was kind of a racing ordeal there. That was hard to really give a good answer on that one. I don't know, it might have been a little bit of that, the old glitch graphic gremlins coming out there and attacking these guys here. I know they do not like those things popping up from time to time. So the field will have to work their way back around once again and get these cars all centered back up and fielded back into position as we initiate another red-yellow flag here. Nick Kern kind of suffering through that one a little bit. Dustin Sonaker as well. Got some major damage on the rear end, unfortunately. Ooh, Kevin Baker, I don't think was trying to give him a little love tap, but I think I just, if it wasn't the old Briscoe run and dump there from earlier there with Hamlin, that's for sure. So the crowd ready to get back to some action here tonight. Here, field trying to work their way down and around. So the field will now recenter off, recenter into this track. We're ready to go back to green flag racing here, race fans. Hopefully we can get this one somewhat situated out. Ken Crawford on the chat saying, hi, it's Fast, in for a good race tonight. Shout out up in the booth. Hey, Ken, how you doing down there, buddy? Good to hear from you as always, sir. We'll field our drivers back into position here, back to the restart zone, and the green flag pops back on up for a little bit more action. Out of the gate, the 5 will have the lead. But right behind here comes some hungry animals looking to pounce on the prey. The 22 at Pike up 12 spots at the moment. The snap-on tools. Ford Mustang now starting to charge quickly, but here comes the closer, Cindy Taylor, right behind him. Remember, if you look at the lap count right now, we're coming closer to the end here when it comes to positioning, it comes to spots in this area. Definitely got to be focused in a little bit more. Got to really tense up the car, tense up the driver. The 5 of Chantel Pottle just absolutely killing it right now on the speeds and the momentum. This is a huge pack of drivers just fighting it out for second place. Hoffer trying to stay off that wall. Having all sorts of troubles there with Robert Kahn. Looks to sneak his way in through a few positions here now. The 27 of Corey Reed up on the bottom end. The 7 of Cindy Closer Taylor looking to take full advantage. Corey Reed right now looking to move off the throttle into the middle, up to the high side, back in the field. He now makes his way into position to take down Brandon Pike. Pike got the opening. He manages to diamond it off the top end and bring it back down. That's one way to run Bristol better than anything, is to diamond off quickly and diamond up fast. As we bring it to another caution, trouble down there, troubles. Or no, looks like no troubles. I think that was actually the stage break. It appears it was. I'm not getting a radio command from any of the drivers down there, any issues there, so it appears we are going to have ourselves a caution for stage break time, which means Chantel the Throttle Pottle dominating stage 1. She'll lead into stage 2, and by then it'll be a halfway point resurgence. Can any of these drivers survive out here and keep the short track racing mindset alive? You'll find out when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race has been brought to you in part by our good friends over at Green Tech Energy. Leading the way in solar energy and solar power for all, Green Tech Energy is a natural choice to use. By A1 Glass Incorporated, serving the Trinity Conception area of Carbonear, Newfoundland, Canada since 2008 with all your glass needs. Services and quality auto glass replacements is what we're all about. By the Butt Kicker, best in performance for feeling on real tracks of the virtual world. Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. By FEGPC.net, matching your want with your wallet. FEGPC.net will always work with the needs to build the best PC at the right price. By SimRacingMerch.com, the perfect way to show your passion for sim racing. By Grid Finder, best way to find a new league. Filter your search by race day, or geographical region, gaming platform, race sim, and car class. You need a broadcaster or a live redesigner? You search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. By Matt Mills Racing Team, best in Xfinity teams out there sponsoring and supporting Pedal to the Metal Racing League. And if you want to help support Matt's journey, follow him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And be sure to check out his merchandise line on Facebook. By Bottles Wraps, most affordable designs made at your leisure. Bottles Wraps will always bring out the best designs in your library. And by Melgard Motorsports, fastest of fast and toughest of nails on any track, virtual world or real world. Melgard Motorsports is where it's at.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, currently under caution from the stage break here today. First one of the day. We'll have 3 of them in total. 3 stages and one, with the main event being a halfway long track to the end 60-lap shootout where the tires and fuel strategy really comes into play. Early on, the 5 Chantel Pottle managing to somehow outdo and outdone some of the boys, while one of her sister racers there, Cindy Closer Taylor, trying to catch up to her in the back of the pack right now. The boys, though, Brandon Pike, Dan Miglin, and Corey Reed, exercising some demons as of late and really showing their true capabilities and speed on the show early on. Field lost some speed here, looking to build up the runs yet again, coming down around the corners into the turns. Here we go, there's the green flag. Whoa, the 5 already dived in a little bit too deep down the end here. Packs everyone back up. Miglin makes a hard charge on the outside. Everybody trying to keep away, keep their distances going. Easy, easy, easy. Right about now, I'd hate to be the officials down there keeping track of what the heck these guys can be doing later on. These short tracks definitely are known for putting on a little bit of a fight or two on some of these drivers. Chantel Bottle already struggling out of the gate here, trying to hold her line down. The Rattlesnake Rubber Con now in the 3, trying to move up quickly around Brandon Pike. Pike now leading his way into the fight, looking to make a little bit of a charge there on Mr. Rattlesnake himself, Robert Con. Right behind him here, Nick Kern and City the Closer Taylor now going to go out here. Nick, after that little spin and tumble he had earlier on with Dustin Sonaker, seems to have kind of fixed that up a little bit and got himself squared away. As the back of the pack even showing a little bit of some brother-sister rivalry going back up again. He's Checkmate Taylor trying to catch up to his sister. Old Checkmate certainly knows how to put on a fight. And it appears we have another caution popping out. I don't know where that came from. Trying to figure out where what went wrong and what had happened. No confirmation on that, or no idea what went there. I don't know, race fans. I guess I keep getting the ghost cautions tonight, or the ghost graphic gremlins are just popping in when they feel like it. Alright, so I'm getting word right now from the officials that actually is supposed to be lap 35 was supposed to be the caution for the stage break, I guess, what we're hearing. So that would mean then, if I'm counting the laps right, we then would go to lap 75, and then be a 40 lap shootout to the end instead of a 60 like I thought. Okay. So the field will march their way in. By the way, they only get 3 insert repairs and 2 full, and 6 extra sets of tires. So they only have 6 tire sets they can work with tonight. So don't think for 1 second they can get away with this one here. Even Bobby Kahn kind of popping in saying the stage was at 35. Still doesn't really explain to me though what happened on the first stage. I'm trying to figure that out right now. Oh well, I guess live and let learn, and we'll see what happens from here. Not gonna cut it to a commercial break. We'll let the drivers get all settled up here and get cleaned up here. So race fans, I gotta ask you out there, how y'all doing down there? How you doing in the comments section? You feeling down on the grandstand section as well? It's great to have all you wonderful people back on our show, back to see this one go out. Without a little bit of a bang, a little bit of a fire blaze of glory, as some would say. I'd say the 99 Caterpillar machine got some major damage though on the Ford Mustang. He's gonna have to try to get that cleared up as soon as possible if he can. He's got a little bit of that hull to fix in. The 31 of Rev Silva's Sam Miglin gonna be sending his way up back into the top side here, as well as the 5 Chantel Throttle Poddle has a little bit of damage on the back end. Did not get that cleaned up. I think she's probably deciphering whether or not to use the insert repairs at all right now. She's probably thinking best to leave those alone. Yes, Ed, I blame her there. A lot of these guys already got some tore up equipment. Thankfully it is a short track, so aerodynamics are kind of pointless. It's just a matter of making sure you got a good set of tires underneath you. 49 Robert Dudley right now, your points leader going into tonight. Trying to be hunted and slayed by the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn. And remember, if Kahn can finish just a couple positions ahead of Dudley here tonight, he'll give himself a big advantage point going into the next couple of races here. But there are some drivers out here like Wally Babb in that 99 and Chantel Throttle Poddle still searching for their first win on the series. May have had wins other places, but they have yet to win here on PT Race TV, the Pedal to Metal Racing League Xfinity Series. I talked to them earlier today, and they were wondering how was that even possible, and they kept telling me, you know, point blank, well, it's just one of those things you just have to learn from. You have to keep on figuring out as time goes on. It's a grind fest out here in these races, and you just sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you get the wrong end of the stick. All I can say is, as long as we do not have laps and cautions just keep boiling down to where it was like what it was earlier at Indy Road Course, I think we're good, guys. I think we can fix that in. Christopher Jordan going back up, going to try to work his way back to the field here. Truck lights are still off, though. The field will get ready to go back to green. Kenneth Crawford saying temps are cold at night, but the racing is hot here at Bristol. Yeah, it feels like it down there, bud. I tell you, get some of that little windy breeze out there. It's kind of a little chilly down here, man. It's only 78 degrees. I'm kind of cold. That's not Tennessee weather like they told me. They warned me it was going to be like a high 90s, high hundreds, with the wind kind of blowing to kind of give me a little breeze. I'm not feeling anything but cold breeze down here. Help a brother out. Anyway, back to the green. Off the start to the chicane, the 5 will have the advantage here. Robert the Rattlesnake Khan trying to move ahead and get ahead of her already. Looking to take full advantage of this one, take it away from the field. He sends it off down the bottom line, trying to make a stick here. Everyone getting a little loosey-goosey off the corners. Managed to stick him in, though. Gotta keep him rounded, gotta keep him safe, gotta keep him honest. Michael Vineyard, a little trouble down there. Turn 1 and 2, he spun out and crashed out. Team still got it refired, though, as we get back up to the field. You see the battle for the lead going on in front of the Jeffrey Todd Tusk cam right now. Todd trying to fight it out there with a brother and sister duo. Checkmate, old Keith Taylor, and then the closer, Cindy Taylor, right in front of him. Matthew Hopper trying to give a little something too as well there. Wally Babb in the 99 having to fight it off there with the 84 of Budweiser's Matthew Hopper. Nick Kern, all them kind of cornered off. Hoffert looking to try to make a pass. He couldn't get around. And the outside now kind of stopping him back on a dime there. Wally Babb giving them many fits and issues here, and more troubles than it's worth in their opinion. Everybody trying to hold it in, hold it down. Miglin, watch out, buddy. Keep it cornered, keep it cornered. He does indeed. Oh, but here comes the 7 back down low. She says, let's see where this one goes. Oh, no, but we got trouble right up front. Babb in the wall, tags Miglin, gets a little bit of Cindy. Unprecedentedly, though, Miglin and Taylor are able to hold it down, keep them in. That's side-by-side battling for you. The action certainly is hot around here. A little bit of some blinking, though, in and out for the 0-2 of Chad Lancaster's. Got to be careful about that. On-board camera here, Brandon Pike, as you see him work his way down to the field, trying to catch up there with the pack. Right now, your race leader is the 5, Chantel Otto, the green Zach Energy. Chevrolet Camaro trying to hold down the other Chevrolet right behind her. And, well, isn't this a sight? A 3 and a 5 in the top 2. And we got trouble down there. Christopher Jordan and Chad Lancaster are both involved in the circumstances here. Caution is out. Caution is out. Take a look at the PT instant replay and see what happened here. Take a look here. Looks like possibly a little situation there. Looks like Pike just kind of getting a little bump and tag there on Lancaster, and Lancaster kind of got pushed out of proportion there. Nowhere to go on that end, unfortunately, and this was definitely a little bit of a tag or two. Let's take a look at the onboard camera. Bit of a near 3-wide circumstance, and Pike kind of dived in there, kind of gave him a little love tap there. So Pike did get him in that position, so causing the wreck there, unfortunately, out that corner. So that will set the drivers back in through the field, and they'll have to just restart it all over again. Eli Child saying, hi Chris, and how's the vodka and lemonades today? Ironically, I actually had a little bit of lemonade, and I did sprinkle in a little vodka vodka to end up kind of getting that little kick out of there that you told me to get. So I got a little bit of it in. I'm good. So we'll get back to the action here in just a minute, race fans. Currently, everybody trying to knock down a few legs, trying to knock down a few folks. Brandon Pike definitely not too overwhelmed or really out of it here. Looks like he'll try to get back at it here. Christopher Jordan, 78, looks like he's okay as well. Michael Vineyard coming back out. Chan Lancaster back out on the track, but he is going to be a lap down, unfortunately, as we get ready to roll the cars off once more. Shots apparently liking the little top lot lemonade and vodka shots around here. Looks like we're going to get ready to hit fired up once more here at Bristol Motor Speedway, Bristol Town, to get back to the action. Here we go. We'll have to start once more here on the outside line. Con will get the early advance here despite all the damage to the 5. CC still pulled up a little bit, although I don't want to be a Terry Labonte versus Dale Earnhardt right about now. Con being very conservative, very clear on the gun, but right now in the back of the pack, you got the Go Chris 27 Chevrolet versus the Checkmate 8 of Keith Taylor. As the 69 Nick Kern tries to fight his way around, trying to hold down that boat. Everett driver for themselves. There are no gimmies around here, especially not in this series or this league. Dan Miglin rims still the 31. Looking to get another win to his roster here, trying to fight it out there with the boys. Coming up fast, coming up clear, really cooking some momentum down into the spot shots. And now looking to make his move on Kern. Kern trying to defend him off, trying to hold him back. Jeffrey Todd Tuff's kind of giving old Zilla a little tag. Here comes Cindy Taylor straight from the bottom end right into the field. And Cindy pretty much all but rocking this one up to fight it out with her brother again if she can catch up to him. Trying to see if maybe she has something left for him. To the onboard camera here as well, Kevin Baker. Baker still rocking a new set of pedals down there, I've been told. Working some good stuff, working some new equipment. And right now he is doing just that, and then some, making sure he cannot hold back. He must keep the pace alive, keep the momentum alive, but you can just see how much he turns into these corners. That's the thing about Bristol, is you're turning so hard and so quickly. It really can be a bit hard and tricky to really keep up with the side-by-side battles. That's why it's so hard. That's why it's so masterful on product. Make sure that you don't overwhelm or underdo this kind of runs and chances you get when you're running at Bristol. Checkmate holding down Corey Reed. We're right up front. We'll still have a battle here between the 5 and the 3. Dating back a long time ago, those two numbers-wise, they have had a lot of rivalries, a lot of history. And Con and Shenta and Pottle are no different. Going back by the old phrase in NASCAR, heat of our Con, and then the Pottles right in front of him. Those two went to war time and time again. And we're seeing that war revisited on a short track of all things. Con being very, very careful here. While the Apollo's racing, Apollo's rep number 5, Chantel Toronto Apollo continues to duke out a little bit. We got trouble down there, looks like. Wally Babb crashed in big time there. He's almost literally took it for a whole ride and a half there. Oh my. He's in the wall protection there. See what happened here. I'll take a look at the PTM instant replay. Gonna get a good look at this one. And once again, Wally Babb and Matthew Hoffer kind of collecting in one another. And Hoffer, ooh, giving old Wally a little bit of a bump and tag there in this case. See right here on our camera angle, see if that was the same case and issue there as we saw earlier on between those two. Kind of ironic, I think Cindy Taylor was back there as well fighting it out. And it looks like Wally just kind of drove it down a little bit and kind of sent it back up, and once again gets into Hoffer calling for the caution. Here on lap 65 that is, so. So our field ready to get back to the action here. Sorry for the instant replay still being popped up. I didn't realize I was still up there, guys. Little love tap though from old Dustin Slotnicker there to Chad Lancaster. So it looks like on this restart here, going to be an interesting strategies. We're going to be coming down to the final little laps here. Only about 4 to go, if you will. Chad Lancaster and Dustin Slotnicker going to possibly do a little something special here, maybe a little show up a little bit of them here. But Michael Vineyard at the 48, trying to get the Atlanta Braves back into this fight, back into this shot. Everybody ready to feel this one back down in, ready to charge up and get ready to go back through the field. It's time to get back to the action here. As our laps wind down before stage break here. Once that stage comes on out again, then then we'll have the quick commercial break, and then when we return after that, we're gonna finish this night out and get this one put in the books. It has been a long, hard, drawn out fight for some of these drivers, some of them having to upgrade from their usual clean tactics to the little moving and slicing and dicing when they have to. Bristol is no joke when it comes to its battles and runs. Yeah, we've been seeing that all day long today. Someone asked me earlier, like, what makes this track so tough? I always said it's pretty much just a gigantic version of Slinger Speedway. And yes, I said that. By the way, why do we still not have Slinger Speedway in the iRacing community? Come on, man. There's one track we need. It's Slinger Speedway. Give us Slinger, please. I won't shut up till we get it. I'm dead honest. I know Dale Earnhardt Jr. said something about it, though, saying he was working on it to get that in on Twitter. So, I don't know. I think maybe in about a year or two, I think we might be able to finally see it pop up. But I think it's like one of the last asphalt tracks that really needs to get its name on the list. Because even SRX, Superstar Racing Experience of all things, they ran over there and I gotta be honest, I've watched so many shows and called many broadcasts. I don't think I've ever watched a race that that I actually stayed up, watched the entire time, and enjoyed myself as much as I did with a smile on my face with Slinger. It was just everything about it was almost like the perfect racing show that I couldn't even be to. Like, I don't really know how else to explain it. I'd rather be at the show, obviously, but that day, it felt like I was actually there, and it really felt like I was a part of it. That's how much it made me feel. So I would love to see that track finally pop up. But for now, we got old good Bristol and a few other tracks to race around here. Off to the line through the chicanes. They'll bring him down the front straight away here. Everybody dogging and hounding for position, trying to get up quickly. Chad Lancaster falls back a little bit. Dustin Sornicker to get a better restart on that go. And old Sparky, he sure knows a thing or two about winning around here. As the advantage point has this one locked up. He's just trying to keep his speed alive here. But Sparky slowing down a little bit on that back straightaway, costing some time. Here comes the 66. Throwing ahead, the 5 of Chantal Bottle just blistered the head as the field marches their way down. Well, I was presuming that was going to be where a caution was thrown at, but I think actually we're just going to let him keep going. I think that was the stage break, so I guess I missed that chance. Everybody hard hitting, hard throwing. Lancaster getting right into it. Unfortunately, Todd Tuff's getting collided. And Hoffert will pretty much take a little bit of them in between as well. What a tough break there for Todd Tuss. Unfortunately, Chad Lancaster kind of backed off on the corner there and had nowhere to go. There's another look at it. Cecil Naker kind of slowing down a bit. Chad Lancaster had nowhere to go. Todd Tuss kind of getting in between there. And that time, old Sparky, unfortunately, just kind of slowed up, kind of took everybody with it. And they're telling Sparky he's going to have to go to the back for that one. So one of the former race winners of the series, unfortunately, is going to have to go to the back here in the Bristol Motor Speedway. Which, ironically enough, folks, going back talking about heat, actually, when I first started racing these guys, that was actually where we had our first big race after Bristol, was on the Bristol Motor Speedway with the Xfinity Series, if you believe that, and that was won by Dustin Sornicker. So don't count out old Sparky. He's got a lot of kick in him, and we'll find out how much more kick these drivers have left to go when we come back, folks. We're not done yet. Still a lot of racing here to finish. Who will win Bristol night? Who will win this race tonight? What you'll find out when we return. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race has been brought to you in part by our good friends over at Green Tech Energy, leading the way in solar energy and solar power for all. Green Tech Energy is a natural choice to use. By A1 Glass Incorporated, serving the Trinity consumption area of Carpenter, Newfoundland, Canada since 2008 with all your glass needs, services, and quality auto glass replacements is what we're all about. By the Butt Kicker, best in performance and feeling on real tracks of the virtual world. Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. By FEGPC.net, matching your want with your wallet. FEGPC.net will always work with your needs to build the best PC at the right price. By SimRacingMerch.com, the perfect way to show your passion for sim racing. By Grid Finder, the best way to find a new league. Filter your search by race day, your geographical region, gaming platform, racing sim, and car class. You're a broadcaster or library designer? Search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. By Matt Mills Racing Team, best in Xfinity for teams out there as sponsoring and supporting Pedal Metal Racing League this season. You will help support Matt's journey. Follow him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And be sure to check out the merchandise line on Facebook. By Paul's Wraps, most affordable designs made at your leisure. Paul's Wraps will always bring out the best designs in your library. And by Milgard Motorsports, fast, toughest of nails on any track, virtual world or real world. Milgard Motorsports is where it's at.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they start their sim racing journey, while I search high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
Alright, sorry about that, race fans. A little technical difficulties on our end, but we're back up and running here and now. Bristol Motor Speedway back up and going. Here we go. Off the start, they shot him out through, very similar to like all the others. Corey Reed and Key Checkmate Taylor fighting their way down in position as Dan Miglin tries to catch back up there with the field. Everyone looking to try to find openings where they can, find shots where they can get it. Robert Kahn and Robert Dudley also in this hunt and in this pack. Dudley trying to back his corners off just a little bit, try to conserve the tires and watch himself as he runs through the field. Nick Kern, the Hardy 69, right in this hunt as well. Starting to charge quick, starting to charge fast. Corey Reed, right now, currently, what is separating Kahn and Taylor from getting up to the front to where Chantel the Throttle Bottle is. The fellow Rock member there in from the Newfoundland area. Looking to knock down a few heads and knock down a few legs here. The 5 of Chantel Bottle. Absolutely been bad fast all day long. I can't remember the last time she really wasn't leading this other than the caution breaks. But Key Checkmate Taylor, Robert Kahn, and Corey Reed are no joke. They'll put you to the limit and put you on your toes. The 3 of Robert Kahn still trying, and I mean trying, to find his way around the track. Right now, this is kind of that little timer too where you just start to pace yourself, kind of really watch your corners, watch yourselves at each turner. Speaking of turn, here comes Feel the Burn. Nick Kern, 69 Hardy Toyota Supra. Gonna slapdash and fight it out here with the 49 from Mercury's Robert Dudleyville Dudley. Supra versus Supra, and right now for Dudley, he cannot lose any more spots up. Kahn will get him in points. Remember, the points add up after you lose a couple more spots. And the more you lose, the more it gives you a chance for Kahn to take this one home in the advantage point. Next week they will be at Homestead Miami Speedway in what looks to be a good battle and a shootout for some of these drivers. Dan Miglin right now trying to put Revzilla in the face in the fight. Looking for everything he's got, looking for every shot he can. Christopher Jordan, the 78 machine, firing up quick, firing up fast. Cindy Dakota Taylor in that hunt as well. Kevin Baker. Last time out at Auto Club Speedway, pulling off an impressive performance and really showing that he was starting to get a little bit better on the track. Tonight he is definitely holding up in the mid-pack. He's actually in the top 10 right now. Holding out there with the field right behind him. Nearly 3 wide slow in between. Wally Babb in the 99s. This Calder, Cindy Taylor in the 7. And then you saw right there as well, Christopher Jordan, the 78 Superman machine. Ready, just holding on for dear life, trying to stay out of trouble in his mind. But at the same time, going to run his tail end off and give it everything he can. Trying to fight it out. Here comes Matthew Hoff with the Budweiser 84 now. Running in, gunning in, fighting up quick, fighting up fast. Todd Tuss is in this as well as everyone just looks to get last minute positions, last minute chances in. Babb trying to get a run off. He gets a big run down there. You see him literally getting that wall. It's a little bit of a guiding post. It helps him guard up to the field. Up front, though, here we go. Dan Miglin and Corey Reed. They're going to shoot it for the hills. Oh, but Miglin gets a little too much. It tags Corey. Corey crashes on the front straightaway. We got trouble and a caution. Caution flag is out. We've got a big caution right here on the front straightaway here. Reed and Miglin colliding with one another. Reed with a blown motor. And just as you thought things were going to change in the favor for Reed, unfortunately, he just can't catch a break here. We'll take a look at the PTM Instant Replay here and see this one in full view. Miglin bringing a big boost, smacks the wall though, drifts down, gets Reed, and Reed gets sent to the Shadow Realm. And even Robert Dudley getting a little tag there. I don't know how much that did to his damage there, but that was on lap 96 there, unfortunately, causing all the trouble and situation there. So the field now will set them straight, set them back up in through. And we'll see how these drivers manage that out. But man, that was a wild, wild little hit there. So Robert Dudley going into pit road, big strategy for him coming up. Chantel Bottle definitely going to be trying to aim for what she's been doing all day long. You know, Miggle will have to start a little bit from the back after that little caution issue there. While I bat Matthew Hoffer and all them. Looking to put up a slight fight here. So Dustin Soniker excited to pit it in for a little bit too. Looks like he'll try to see what he can do with that. With the laps getting close to this final 20 laps, you know it's pretty much going to turn into a 10-lap shootout now, folks. This is where things get really interesting. And Jeffrey Todd Tufts thinks he has the winning strategy, it appears, in the Xfinity 2 to finish out. He has won before on the show, and he certainly knows how to put on a little bit of a surprise performance. He's usually rocking the Truck Series, though, with that one. Tonight he is in the Xfinity Series. It's going to be interesting to see how all this ends up. Am I kind of talking about the penalties right now? Yeah, but unfortunately, though, with the way they look, they want to be very strict about it. They want to make sure everyone gets a fair share and the share chicken thing. So they have to make sure the drivers are well aware that you do it, and settle it up. That's what happens. Good news is for them is they can still come back from any which way to Sunday and really put on a fight to the end here as we bring it back to the green flag back on out. Hard charging around here. Michael Vineyard, the 48 Atlanta Braves, going to try and hold it down there with Keith Checkmate-Taylor on his inside. That 72, Jeffrey Todd Tufts moving ahead, firing them off on position here. Everyone trying to maneuver around one another, looking for openings where they can. Todd is literally getting a big gap in a shootout here. 3 wide, slewed down the back straightaway. Dick Kern having to back it off, get out of that one. And the 48 of Vineyard as well. Kind of keeping up the pace, kind of keeping in the shot zone. Brandon Pike has literally made his way through the field, through the outhouse, back up to the White House. He wants to try to make it work and make the stick. But to do so, he's going to have to try and hold down a few heavy hitters here. Keith Checkmate-Taylor slowing down badly here in the 8. What has happened to the 8? Keith slowing off. He's lost all his momentum and the power gone away. Robert Dudley moving into second place. The 5 follows behind. But Jeffrey Todd Tufts pretty much out in the middle of no man's land. He is right on his own. Can the 72 hold down the field, hold down the fort, because these drivers right now are looking to come at him and come at him with a fiery vengeance. Chad Lancaster looking to do much of the same here in the 0-2. He marches his way off the high side. Hofford right there with him. Trying to keep his distance, trying to keep it stable in here. Vineyard up high, looking to go back low. Keith Checkmate-Taylor gonna move it in the middle side here. Vineyard trying to get out of that. And here comes Robert Kahn, 3 wide, slowing it off. Manages to perk his way around the track and back into the field. Hofford on the middle zone here, keeping a good distance and keeping a good run of it. Every driver for themselves and everybody looking to give themselves a fighting chance. There is no gimmies here. Especially only 11 laps to go this time by Todd Tusto. Slowing down the momentum. The speed is gone. The 5 takes the race lead. And Nick Earn looking to get the Hardy 69 Toyota Supra right in between here. Robert Dudley going to the inside looking for the 3 wide, baby. No, he does not. He's trying to hurry. Oh, he bumps, he runs. He didn't get him. Woo, short track racing gets a little crazy around here, that's for sure. Kevin Baker, wait. Where did Kevin Baker come from? Where on earth did the 87 come from? What? Where was this all season? The 87 Toyota Supra is literally marching into the top 3. He's got second place in his spot right now. Robert Dudley is still trying to get ahead, just far enough to keep Robert Kahn away from him. He knows points are crucial here, and he knows the last chance is up for grabs. Wally Babb in that hunt and in that fight as well. Looking to make their move around here. We got trouble down the back straightaway. Trouble. Corey Reed and all them collided in Hofford. Oh! And a big stacked fight issue right up on the center ground. And that couldn't have came at a worse time if you're the ones up front, because now it evens the playing field. But what on earth happened here? Oh my. Oh, this one could get interesting, folks. Watch this. I was talking about 3 wide sleuths a minute ago. Watch this. Let's see which one did it, though. They're going to come around. Pike kind of comes in between. Now that's kind of a tricky little call there. Oh! But you can see everyone kind of getting involved in it there. Each driver just kind of tagging the other. Nowhere to go and nowhere to center off at. We'll take one more look at it from another angle here. This one should be the camera angle that gives you guys an idea just what exactly transpired there. See Corey Reed just kind of getting in between there, kind of getting caught up in the middle of it. Yeah, that could be a bit of an interesting situation that has now just popped up on the end there. Man, things just getting hectic and hectic by the minute. And folks, this is almost turning into a green-white checkered situation. And you got to believe guys up front right now are just waiting and waiting for an opportunity to strike when they can. Some that got put in the back are now put up into the front. And they're going to give it every shot, every little nick and cranny they can to pass where they got a shot. But I don't know if it's going to be enough time to do that. So our field have now initiated this. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this will be the last time we see that caution flag pop its rear head. But folks, the story of the night, I've got to say, Kevin Baker, the 87 Toyota Supra, all of a sudden, a couple weeks ago, we weren't even talking about him being in that top spot. And right now, the 87, he's got a good shot at knocking down one of the best right now, while he's also got to take on some of the toughest right behind him. Can he do it, and will he have enough time to do so? The field will march their way around, coming out of turn 4 to the green flag we go. Off the start, high side, high center. They'll march their way down. 2 to go. Coming off the corners here, a little bit of trouble right behind him. Whoa! Christopher Jordan and all them smashed him in between. Caution, caution, caution. And Sidney Taylor and Christopher Jordan looked like they might have got the full brunt of that one. Drivers both getting a huge lick and a half there. And the caution fest continues, but they've only got 3 green-white checkers they can work with now, so be aware of that. Take a look at the PT bits of replay. Biglin comes in flying. Here he has a hard charge and a hard rhythm move. But Jordan just kind of drifts up slightly and kind of tags the 7 there, Sidney the Coulter Taylor. And that is what brought out the caution flag, unfortunately. And he is getting word right now he has got to go to the back for that one. God's caution, you have to go to the back, unfortunately. This has just been an absolute mess, though. Bristol, definitely not what we were hoping for, not what we were wanting to see here tonight. Definitely, in my opinion, this has got to be some of the hardest racing these drivers are facing this season. I don't think there's even a way you can get around it. See the yellow flag flying high in the air and the lights still flickering on. Remember, there are only 3 green-white checkers they will be given. And the story again, like I said, Baker just stunning the world here. Jeffrey Todd Tufts had a good run earlier, now having to fight it back up. But Robert Dudley, right now, if we finish this one out, where Robert Kahn's at here, he is 5 spots back. That's 5 points in total he's getting on him. Remember, the most you can get in a race is 20. If he was to finish where he does right now and Kahn finishes out, he would have to, at the worst, finish about 8 to 12, about 10 to 12 spots back, and Kahn would have to win the next 2 races just to secure the season title, at least somewhere around that point. That's how serious right now this is, and Kahn knows he cannot make a mistake. He only has 1 chance at this and 1 opportunity to strike while the iron's hot. He might not have it here. Lee Puster saying, wow, great racing, a bit of excitement. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy here tonight. Things getting all over the place and things just getting tore up. Short track racing, all right. Ready to march their way down one more time. One of these drivers will win here tonight. Which one will it be, and which one of them can hold the pace and hold a steady car line? We'll find out as they march their way off around turn 4 back to the restart zone. Which one takes it to victory lane? They've got to start. They got to finish. Here we go. Oh, no, 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 no. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And just like that, we're down to only 2 more green-white checker restarts. What on earth happened here? Jeffrey Todd Tufts gets kind of collided in there. I don't know where that started from or what happened, but all I know is that was not good. And right there, yep, Bab just was not going to wait around for Todd, and I guess I can't say that I blame him, but I mean, still, you have to run your race in still. Oh man, what a tough break. That's just horrible to see. You can hear some of the motors going down on some of these guys here. Some of the drivers can't even keep the cars up anymore, and the Brandon Pikes 22 is done. Corey Reed's, he's just barely getting it down there into pit road. Cindy's out. She's gone. The car is totaled and destroyed. Probably one of the hardest races I've had to call in a very long time, folks. And right now with only 2 green-white checkers to come up, we're hoping with this field can get this race finished in and get this one down out. Next time out, it's Homestead, Miami, a much better track, much better speedway to run out. Tonight just has not been a good night. Unfortunately, we had high hopes going in, but right now, Bristol Motor Speedway is kind of showing its uglier side around here. And no, I'm not talking about the Dirt Series. Folks call that bad. Honestly, it was a fantastic race. You can come at me for that one. I don't care. The struggle right now has just been get the restart in and make sure every driver is lined up in position. Everyone is in a secure spot. And it just has not been that way at all. Field will have to fight and work their way around. The lights are off on the pace truck. Looks like this will be a single file restart here. They're telling the drivers you cannot get this going right, so we're going to go single file now. To be honest, I don't hate that idea, but at the same time, I'm very curious to see how well they'll handle each turn and each corner here. Because again, they're still going to charge quick and they're going to charge fast. Kevin Baker trying to get up there with the field, trying to get everybody cornered in. As we bring it back down to the green flag here one more time. Hopefully we're going to finish this one out. They'll mark him off out of turn 2 here. It is now going to be Nick Kern and Kevin Baker going at it. Baker trying to get the best finish of his career in the season out on the shot. Trying to hold down some tough drivers as we go to the white flag, this time by Robert Dudley. Looking for one last hope and miracle to finish the season out with a win. He's trying to get this one, the season's title holder. He needs to get around Nick Kern in the 69, but out of turn 3, down turn 4, the 5, Chantel Bottle at last will win in the Xfinity Series. Kern golds off Dudley. Miglin with a top 5 finish to the end, and Kevin Baker, maybe the shock of the night, comes away second place here tonight. What a race for these drivers. It was hard, it was stretched out, it was beyond prepared for some drivers, and many out there probably would consider it one of their worst they've had, but race fans, make no bones about it, they gave it everything they had, and then some to finish this one out. And this time around, it wouldn't be the 3 that spins the 5, this time it's the 5 that takes it to victory lane. Chantel Bottle has won in all series now. On PT Race TV, she's finally got a victory in the Xfinity and Super Late Models. Been dominating there, but this victory, I guarantee you, meant a lot to her and what she wanted to do here tonight. Kevin Baker, he's probably ecstatic more than anything in that car. He's probably just thinking, holy crap, I just finished second place, or in top 3 at least. You did, sir. Give yourself a pat on the back, man. Nice job. Get Kern, no surprise here. A solid performance and edging out Dudley there. But looking at positions now, Robert Dudley with this position has all but come one step closer to a season title. More on that later on as we go. But race fans, let's take a look at our race results presented by the Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing, as we have been missing this for a while. The race results pop up now. Chantel Otto finally wins it here on PT Race TV, the Xfinity Series. Second to Kevin Baker. Third to Nick Kern. Robert Dudley coming away fourth. Fifth to Dan Miglin. Sixth to Keith Taylor. Seventh to Michael Vineyard. Eighth to Dustin Sonecker. Ninth to Chad Lancaster. And 10th to Christopher Jordan. Rounding out your top 10 with 11 being Wally Babb, 12th to Robert Kahn, 13th to Corey Reed, 14th to Brandon Pike, 15th to Cindy Taylor, 16th Jeffrey Todd Tubbs, 17th Matthew Hopper. Is he really going to try to burn the tires off just doing that whole thing there? He's just going to try to do the whole burnout there, isn't he? Oh my. Alright, race fans, I'm gonna head on down there and talk with our drivers, but when we come back here, there's more action to be had. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back after these quick commercial messages. Alright, race fans, we are back here as well, ladies and gentlemen. Here, we're going to go ahead and take it down with our race winner here tonight. And the number 5 car here tonight, winning it here at Bristol Motor Speedway, it is Chantel, the Throttle Paddle. And Chantel, congratulations on that race win. I know that one definitely was a long time coming in your mind, but a long, hard fight here of all things at Bristol.
Yeah, it was a fun race, fun track. Really like the high line here, so it helps you get around pretty good, and I guess starting pole position really helped to keep out front and not get in no trouble.
For sure there, you definitely had a lot going on, a lot of at stake here as well when you were trying to battle it out with some of these drivers. I got to ask you though, with everything that played out, what was probably the biggest thing that you felt you did better than everybody tonight?
Running the high line and conserving my tires. Every time I knew I'd get away from everyone with a second ahead, I would just start conserving the tires, and I feel that helped me stay out front a bit better.
It certainly did indeed, and ended up walking away with the W here tonight. Chantel, who do you want to thank you for this finish and coming out on top?
Everyone at PTM and PTM Racing TV and all of our sponsors that is with us for the season.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, Chantel, congratulations for a race win here tonight, Xfinity. One in Xfinity and a lot in super late models. You finally got the curse broken and win them both series this season.
Yep, thanks.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Chantel Throttle Paul coming away winner here tonight. Second going to Kevin Baker. I don't believe he'll be making the call here tonight. He doesn't seem to be making our list, but Kevin Baker, congratulations on that one, man. What a long time coming, sir. Just one shy sort of that win now. We'll see if he can get it going and finished out better than ever. But whatever he did down there, he certainly dialed it in and got it fixed up in the last couple of weeks. And Nick Kern coming away third here tonight. Another strong showing here from the Hardy 6'9 Supra. Supra's tonight, man, top 5, taking it home, and then Chevrolet's kind of rounding out in the other positions. But nevertheless, race fans, that's really going to all but do it here tonight with PTM Racing TV and the Pedal Metal Racing League Series. Thanks again to the sponsors here, Green Tech Energy, A1 Glass Incorporated, The Butt Kicker, FEGPC.net, SimRacingMerch.com, GridFinder.com, Matt Millis Racing Team, Pottles Wraps, and Melgard Motorsports for all you guys have done and everything in between. Can't thank you all enough for the show here. Thank you again for tuning in. And until the green flag gets flying next time on PTM Racing TV, race fans, it has been my pleasure. I have been Christian the Crusader Shriver. I'm signing out here in Bristol, Tennessee. I'll see you guys down in Homestead, Miami for the next go around here for Pedal to Metal. Tomorrow night, we'll see the Fast and Fun Rally Challenge pop up. Stay tuned for that. See you then, but be safe. God bless. Take care. Love you guys. See you soon.